Hello. In this video, we want to find the exact value of each function. The functions are sine of 135 degrees, cosine of 5 pi over 4, and tangent of negative 9 pi over 4. Okay, here's the thing. We want to figure out another one of the special angles on the unit circle. So I'm going to go ahead and go to a different page here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start looking at a 45, 45, 90 right triangle. It's not quite. Let's make it. Okay, there, close enough. There, and there, close enough. All right. So here, we're going to assume that these two angles are the same, which make those 45 degrees and 45 degrees. Now, on a 45, 45, 90 right triangle, if those two sides are x, they would have to be the same length because each of these angles is the same as each other. So the opposite of this has to be directly proportional to their size. So if they're the same, the one's opposite must be the same as well. And if this is the r, the hypotenuse, or r for the radius, and I want to find r squared here would be x squared plus x squared using the Pythagorean theorem, which means r is the square root of x squared plus x squared. So r is square root of 2x squared, which means r is square root of 2 times that x. And if x is positive, it works out very well. Technically, it's the absolute value of that x, but that works as well. So here's the thing. That means that this, that the r here is x times the square root of 2. In other words, there's a product of square root of 2 there. Okay, with that in mind, let's look at the unit circle. That's not going to work out well. Oh, it did. Good. All right, so there and there we know are 1, 0, 0, 1. And what I want to know is on this unit circle, what coordinate is this? Well, here's the thing. I know that r here is 1 because that's the definition of a unit circle. And if r is 1, I want to find that x here and that x here. Excellent. Now, to do that, notice again we could go through all of this here. Basically, 2x squared equals 1 is what we're going to get from that. Divide by 2, so x squared equals a half. So x equals technically plus or minus, but we're going to ignore that. Square root of 1 over 2. So x equals 1 over the square root of 2. But we don't like writing it that way. So x would simply be square root of 2 over 2. And that's actually what we have here. This x coordinate and this x coordinate, or in other words, this x and the y coordinate technically here, would be square root of 2 over 2. So there you go. So for any 45, 45, 90 right triangle, if the radius is 1, the x's and the sides, the legs are square root of 2 over 2. Now the great thing about this is that we can take this and reflect this to the other side of the unit circle. Right there. And that means that that value there, well, if we reflect it over the y-axis, the x value changes sign, so this would be negative root 2 over 2. Positive root 2 over 2, same y value. If we reflect it now down to the other side down here, that coordinate would then be negative root 2 over 2, negative root 2 over 2. Good. And reflecting either this direction or this way, either one doesn't really matter, that is going to be positive root 2 over 2, negative root 2 over 2. Good. And these are the values on the unit circle. Once we know this, though, that makes these questions easy. So let me go ahead and rewrite the unit circle here. Awesome. Now, 135 degrees. 0, 90, 135 is halfway between, so it's right there. So that would be 135 degrees. And notice that at 135 degrees, that coordinate would be negative root 2 over 2, root 2 over 2. Sine is the y, so it gives us root 2 over 2 there. Good. Cosine of 5 pi over 4. Well, 0, pi over 2. Over 4 is quarter pies, so 1 quarter pi, 2 quarter pies, 3 quarter pies, 4 quarter pies, 5 quarter pies. So 5/4 pi, or 5 pi over 4, is this angle right here. And the coordinate here would be negative root 2 over 2, negative root 2 over 2. And we're working with cosine, and cosine on the unit circle is the x, so that gives us negative root 2 over 2. There we go. Now for tangent, tangent of negative 9 pi over 4. Well, negative 9 pi over 4 means that we go negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, negative 8, negative 9 pi over 4. So negative 9 pi over 4 is that angle right there. And the coordinate would be root 2 over 2, negative root 2 over 2. Good. This, of course, gives us, since it's tangent, tangent is y over x, y is negative root 2 over 2, x is root 2 over 2. When you divide by the 2, you get 1. Sorry, negative 1. Good deal. Alrighty. And those are the exact values. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here, and I will see you in the next one. Have fun.